Somewhere around 1854 was when Mendel started doing more stuff with the things he was good at: transmission of hereditary traits in plant hybrids. Mendel decided to use peas for his experiments. Peas are quite simple but very expressive at times. Also, he did not have a lab, but instead a garden with peas. He did not have much resources, just a few notebooks, a lot, and a garden with peas. He worked hard on these experiments and took the time to write them down on notebooks. Someone can say he had at least 1,000 notebooks. He didn't go to a special and/or extravagant school, but just a normal school. When we say that he was ahead of his time, well, he was. Since he didn't go to a sciencey school, not many people placed some trust in his observations. People more likely misunderstood what he said. Again, he was way ahead of his time. Not until a few decades later after his death was when he was recognized. But what did he do anyways? Well, basically, he made peas with 2 different colors make more peas. Then he noticed that the peas don't look like a mixture of both parents. Instead, it looked like at least one of their parents. Like 3 out of 4 peas looked like the yellow pea, while one out of the 4 looked like the green pea. Then he later made two of the yellow peas make more peas, but one of them ended up looking like the green pea. Then he later found out about dominant and recessive traits. Dominant traits are stronger than recessive. Someone can have both traits but can end up looking like the dominant trait more. But that does not mean that their child can't possess those recessive traits. Let's say that the mom's dad had big ears, but she had small ears like her mom. She still has her dad's genes, so it can be passed down to her child. So don't say you're adopted just because you don't look like your parents. It may just because a recessive trait has landed on you. Mendel's observations shocked people in the future. They were surprised. I feel like if he lived in a different generation, maybe a few years after his death, maybe he would be recognized. Maybe he would be rich. Maybe he would have had a lab with tons of resources. Or just maybe he would not have a lot of discrimination, whatever. But he lived in that generation. Even though it was quite sad, he was one of the smartest people of his time. We need to be thankful that he pointed this out for us. The fact that he used peas for his research was surprising. He was very resourceful. Who knew that this man was ahead of his time just by observing peas? No lab, no test tubes, and of course no internet, just a garden and peas.